Putting off that well-deserved vacation this summer? Here's some advice. Don't. Time off could be the best thing you can do for your career. Joining us on the Kogo News Live line is business and life coach Psyche Terry. Good morning, Psyche.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So why are so many of us leaving vacation days on the table? Why?
Well, we are leaving so many, and when I say so many, I mean 658 million vacation days are left on the table almost every year, which is nuts. And I think people are concerned that they will leave work behind, or that they'll leave, really important tasks or really important projects behind that they have to get to, or the team really needs them, or the boss will miss them for that raise or for that promotion if they don't take the time off. And it's not really right. It's not that way at all. Actually, you make more money if you take time off, believe it or not.
So explain that. How is taking time off good for your career?
So the thing is, I think you're about 80% less likely to get a raise than someone that takes vacations. And the reason is you get to come back and be a better you. You get to come back, after that vacation and be a more well-slept you, a more creative you, a person with more clarity. I was thinking it's like being on a date, sleep, right? So you want to go on that date, you want to be alive, and you want to be well and captured and be able to give all these funny antidotes. But you really can't do that on that date if you're knocked out tired. It's the same way at work. If we're working 100% of the time and we never take time off, we don't take our lunches, or we work during lunches, or after we leave work, we're still at work on our phones. You're on that date and you're asleep, and no one in that office gets to know when you're actually supposed to be on the clock that you're alive and you're kicking and you have something quality to share.
So what do you say to people who are listening, who are saying either I just don't have the time to get away, or who's going to cover for me?
Yeah. So I say, here's a couple things. So you do have the time. You have the time if it's allotted to you. And if you don't have the time, that's a conversation that you should be having with your boss, because bosses do set the tone for how important it is to take vacations. And the other thing that I'd say is in how to do it is to delegate, be willing to say no, make sure people understand that this is important to you being a good person to them, and just understand that it's all about building your self-worth and helping you be less addicted to work and more addicted to your self-improvement and your self-confidence.
So in other words, it's the company's problem on who's going to cover for you, not your problem. You just need to get away, right?
You got it. It's your boss's job to make sure you leave and you have fun. I mean, honestly, right? So when was the last time you took vacation? Let's just figure this out for folks.
Me?
Yeah.
It's been more than a week. I think it's been maybe a year.
Yeah. And I think that's what so many people are. They might even say not even a year. They say 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then they start thinking about how awesome that last vacation was. But in order to do it annually or biannually, we got to plan it out. We've got to take time, look at our schedule, and say, okay, I can't, I just totally can't, because I can't pull away and no one can cover for me. Then you can take baby steps. I like baby steps too. And baby steps are like, okay, take that lunch, but put your phone down. Or take that, that hour early on Friday and make sure you put your phone down. Make sure that you're, even when you're unplugging, that you truly unplug. And I like the term in vacation, vacate, actually go.
All right. Thank you, Psyche. That is business and life coach Psyche Terry joining us on the Kogo News Live line. Kogo News time 7:47.